morning, carnivores and carnivore curious. It is Wednesday morning and we need to talk, or I need to talk. This has been, I don't want to do this video. I thought I was just not going to post a video today. It was just okay to skip a day every once in a while. But I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I just got a bunch of news that I don't know what to make of. I'm still kind of absorbing it. But I guess most importantly, or the most significant thing starting out, is that I have congestive heart failure. I don't even know how to take that. I have an appointment with a cardiologist, but they are scheduled a couple of months out, so I'll see them sort of late in April to, see if they have any more recommendations for me. My primary care doctor told me, she was explaining that one of the tests that they did on me in the hospital showed that, I don't know, whenever your heart contracts, it's supposed to push a certain amount of blood back, and mine's not doing quite enough. And that means congestive heart failure. And it's so weird to me because all of my other heart function is really good. Not the heart function, obviously that's got something, but they found that I had no significant calcium buildup in my arteries, which is amazing for, a middle-aged woman. Compared to the general population. And I don't know, it also showed some, the tests also showed some malfunctioning in the electrical system of my heart, which all of this we'll go over with the cardiologist in 6 or 7 weeks. It seems like a long time. So in the meantime, I have to check in with my regular doctor in a month. She said there was nothing she could do to make the appointment go faster. They're just that booked up, I guess. Heart disease is booming. I have to. So one of the medicines that they prescribed me, the lisinopril, is a very low dose. Whenever I was at the first went to the doctor yesterday, they tested my blood pressure, and it wasn't any different than it usually is. A little on the high side, but not alarming. What did she say? 130 something over 80 something, which they, they don't seem to get bent out of shape about. But I was like, I started taking this blood pressure medicine. Shouldn't it have been lowering it some if it was going to help? And she said they're giving me a very low dose, which is what they do to treat congestive heart failure. So nobody at the hospital explained any of this to me. And I also have to weigh myself every morning. And if I gain more than 3 pounds on any day or within a couple of days, I have to take a diuretic, because that will mean fluids building up that I need to flush out. And that's all I got. I have to go back either to my regular doctor or the emergency room if I have another episode and my blood oxygen saturation gets really low. And I have to go see my doctor again in a month so she can monitor me until I can get in to see the cardiologist. So that is the major thing that's going on right now. When whenever I was there yesterday, I had her check some other stuff that's been bothering me. One of which has been my feet. I've been complaining about my feet hurting for the last few months. So she did an x-ray, and I have a stress fracture in my left foot and just arthritis in both feet, which would be either one of those things could account for a lot of pain. And also my back pain that I had complained about before. And I've been asking doctors about this for years. This probably started maybe 3 years ago or so. And obviously, just an old fat woman. Nobody was taking it seriously. But yesterday she did an x-ray of my spine, and she found that I don't have any cushioning between my vertebrae. All my spine's just squished together. She said that it's really close. So for the feet, and my back, she's referred me to an orthopedic specialist, a bone and joint clinic. So they'll be working on that. I don't know what they're gonna do because I'm not gonna take any steroid shots. She said something about the sort of the last stage for back. You had to take some physical therapy and then possibly get a spinal injection. I don't know if I want that, as a method of keeping the pain manageable, and so that your body can function. But I'm functioning okay now. And as far as being on this anti-inflammatory diet, I do think it has helped a lot, because like I said, the back thing has been going on for about 3 years, 2.5 or 3 years. I'm trying to think when it first started. But I remember whenever I first started the job I have now, which I have had for about 2.5 years, that whenever I would wake up in the morning, I could only stay in the bed for about 4 hours, because then the pain would be so bad that, I just could not lay down anymore. I had to get up. I would go to my recliner and sit with a heating pad and sleep the rest of the however many 2 or 3 hours that I could continue to sleep. And that was every day, and the pain was very severe. So over the course of doing Carnivore, by a few months out, it was much improved, and I rarely have those mornings when I wake up and have to go sit on a heating pad. It does happen every once in a while, but just very rarely. But it's hurting right now, and you just get so used to it, especially when doctors ignore you. You just quit complaining about it eventually, but I convinced her. She was listening to me yesterday, and she hung out with me for a long time. So I'm going to get that seen about. The other thing is the headaches that I mentioned to the doctor at the hospital, and he just made that smart-ass comment about his saline drip. And I told her, I've seen this doctor on the internet, and I was talking about Dr. Ken Berry. And he said headaches can be caused by all sorts of things. But if you have a headache when you wake up in the morning, that is something that you need to get checked out. So she referred me to a neurologist so I can get an MRI. When I described the pain to her, she said it sounds like migraine-ish pain, but this is something that has started new within the last 6 months. I did not have this pre-Carnivore. Don't see how it could possibly be related, but this is something new. So it's something that I need to get seen about. And this, and I know it's getting more and more obvious, like here, I have a jawline, here, no jawline. That's the thing this lump of lymph nodes or whatever it is in the side of my neck. So I found my old imaging records from a couple of years ago whenever I was first asking doctors to investigate it for me. And they just said, there's nothing there. It's fine, and it's continued to get bigger. And then they found, in the CT scan at the hospital, they found that I also have some lymph nodes enlarged in my chest. So the doctor is sending me to a general surgeon to get a biopsy to see what it is. I was expecting to go to an ENT first, but she said, no, you need to get that biopsy. Because what I said was, now I'm starting to look deformed. It's time somebody took it seriously. And she's like, okay, we'll get a biopsy. But I think it's, it's been going on so long, it's time. It's crazy. Now, every time I look at myself in the camera, that's all I can see is this lump on my neck. And I'll be so mad if I go up in there and they're like, we don't see anything. I probably had to get an MRI for my headaches, a biopsy for this, a cardiac catheter for my heart-related situation, and whatever's going on with the feet and the back. That may involve months of therapy, which I don't want to do. I don't want to have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and be at the physical therapy office at 7 o'clock so I can be back home in time to go to work. That's long hours. Speaking of working long hours, I did not get off work until about 8:45 last night, and I just stayed late. I didn't want to use any personal times. I took off for a couple of hours in the middle of the day to go to the doctor, so I stayed a little late to make it up. So kind of just, I'm not tired. I feel like I slept okay, but it just threw me off. Changes in my schedule got get my mind boggling a little bit. So what's new since I started doing carnivore is the symptoms of the congestive heart failure. And nobody's tested my heart in a long time, and I know that congestive heart failure doesn't develop in a year. That this has been building up for many years. So I don't think there's any way that carnivore caused it, but it's strange. These symptoms are brand new. These shortness of breath symptoms, and severe hypoxia. So I don't know, and I don't see myself not doing the carnivore diet anymore. I don't see myself stopping doing that. The symptoms that it has definitely resolved, and mostly, which is the pain from rheumatoid arthritis and all of my horrible mental health issues, are something that has improved my quality of life so much. And I've given this a lot of thought. I would rather go quickly from something acute than to live another 20 years feeling so miserable that I regret waking up every morning. So I have a lot of healing to do still, and I will always wonder what it was like, what these symptoms, what these conditions were like, what the stage of them was before I started carnivore. But now maybe I can keep up with them for a while and see if there's any improvement. At least I hope so. Anyway, I probably will have to have 6 doctor's appointments within the next couple of months when I see these different specialists to get all this stuff figured out. And I think I'm going to give this carnivore diet a run for its money. It's supposed to be a healing diet. Well, we're fixing to see. Show me what you got, Carnivore. I hope you all have a good day today, and I will see you in the next one.